Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Rodgers again now. That's complete to Cobb. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 2nd down, Dillon. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That good for 19 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Rodgers going to try and run. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game, then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Rodgers on the return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. They go screen with Dillon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing Jones. He's got a man complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 40 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Jones now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Touchdown, Giants! Wan'Dale Robinson from 6 yards away. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A first down catch for Alan Lazard, who's turned out to be a personal favorite of quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He's carved out a nice role in this Packers receiver rotation.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Three yards remain for 2nd down. On play action, Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. Down inside the 10. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, 39 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
2nd down and 4. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. Touchdown, Packers! Alan Lazard, 63 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team Needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Rodgers to return it. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Jones from the gun on 3rd down.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now Jones on 1st down.
He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw again. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Gano's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He'll find Lazard here over the middle. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The Packers with the football here late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number one.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. Jones.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones.
Another pass complete to Bellinger. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
from the 24. Jones. And he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Rodgers' throw into the hands of Cobb.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing, Jones.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less.
Up the middle, Jones. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Dillon again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Jamie Gillen down as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
He was brought down there by Julian Love.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Rodgers going to throw. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On second down, Dillon.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So they opted to run the ball there on 3rd down on their side of the field.
I wonder if that was a called play, or did he check into it? And if he did, that took a lot of guts because on his own side of the field, an obvious passing down, decides to run the football, and they pick up the 1st down. Give that man a ton of credit.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34.
Off the option, it's Jones.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at him. We've got him now.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Dillon diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Crosby with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now. Do your thing. Man, I've seen that. Let us dictate. Get something together. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Do it. Guys, ready to get it on. What's the deal, y'all? Let's roll.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Jones.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll look to throw again.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And, Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 22.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer 1st.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Now Crosby for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Escaping the pressure right to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashawn Gary from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Dances by him. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The duo of Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon split the work in Green Bay last season. Jones was still his excellent self with almost 1,400 all-purpose yards and 10 touchdowns. He even moved into the all-time top 5 for the Pack in rushing. No small feat with that franchise's history.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.